Hi everyone, welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I hope that everyone's having a wonderful day. Give me a second. Everything is going good. How you now? Let's see who's on you now. Okay. Let's see. Um, let's do this. So 3 hour event, 11, 12, wait, 12, 1, 2. So I hit it right on the money. Let's get started already. We're going to get started. I'm going to keep it on this page for y'all, but I'm going to be editing the video. You do or you don't. You will or you won't. No more. No more. Baby, I'ma do it. No, I'm not the one. Sing it again. Sing it again. Oh. No, I'm not the one. Tired of hearing, baby, I'ma do it. Yes, Donald, always. No, I have to write them, but I have to do this first. I have to cut off the emails because I get it constantly. I need a break. No, I'm not the one. Never again, never again. No, I'm not the one. Sing it again, sing it again. Oh, sing it again, sing it again. Let's play a commercial. Oh, baby. Who is this? It's still downloading. That's why. What am I doing? I'm lost in the sauce. Push yourself, Kimberly. Okay. So that's download. And now what? Oh, I know what I was supposed to do. Recordings. That's why. Show commercial. So that's 226. We almost up to 227. What's the anthem for 227, y'all? With that lady. RIP to her. We're gonna play this at 11:30. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh. Hold on. Okay. So we got him at 2. And that plays at 11:30. Okay, we got a recording and then I'll do it later. Okay, I got schoolwork to do too, so that's coming up. I never forget about my schoolwork. I'm on top of the game. You got me sitting on top of the world, sitting on top of the world. Gotta be a special lady and a very exciting girl. As you say, must be a special lady and very exciting girl, or gotta be a special lady and very. I gotta delete these and put them back on. That's what editing is about, Kimberly. I answer myself. God knows I answer myself. Woof, woof. I'm just kidding, y'all. Okay. Now, FedEx, man. Uh-oh. It's about to go down. He's sending a package. Everybody freeze. Gotta be a special lady and a very exciting girl. There we go. Where's the other one at? For 54 minutes. Why isn't it downloading? I am so angry. Ooh, I'm about to blow up. No, I don't want that. so I can do his later. Why is it doing that to me? Let me look anyway. This isn't right, man. It's not downloading. I'm going to try again. First, I'm going to put his on the platform. And then I'm going to close it out. I didn't download this thing like 4 times already. Delete. Delete. I didn't mean to open the file. Bye, FedEx. You putting on his seatbelt, safety first. You laughing like shit. Let me not look at him too hard. He looking at me now. He may deliver a package to me. Y'all remember that anthrax? Remember on Dave Chappelle? I got that anthrax. Okay. Okie doke. That's downloading. We gotta get closer. We're going to tell you something. We're going to start from the beginning where I say, welcome to the Kimberly Class Show, so I can edit this again because I want to get it right. Okay. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host. Okay. $38.07.27. What's today? The 18th March 2024. I got to cut something out too because it's too much of a black screen. There we go. And then we're going to cut you out. And then we're going to build a whole new banner. Welcome to the Kimberly. Bam. Okay. Here we go. We're going to bring you all the way down. Put you right there, Miss Lady. Welcome to the Kimberly. Okay. Put Andrew name. Andrew Dewar. This is pretty easy. That's all I have to do. I know what I said because it's pretty. Now go back. Put that down one more time for the people. I'm gonna do part one. Go back a little bit. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. Now we need a black title. Just sit there. Come on. There's no part two. So I'm just going to do part one. I'm just going to say part one. No, I'm going to delete it. Let's try it again. Right about here. No, here. Why are you doing that to me? Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very special guest here for the show today. Now all I need is the ending credits, and that's it. Because now I know what it's about. There's no need to edit this one seriously. I got to edit Mr. Will Roberts next. So we got Andrew. I'm not good with names. Dewar. Not Deward. Data specialist. Comma, entrepreneur. And then we're going to put that right there. Perfect. No periods. Ending credits should have no periods. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to put this on. Watch it one more time. Wait. Did I say stay on the line? I'm okay with that. I want people to know that I'm. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very special guest here for the show today. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
Thank you, Kimberly.
Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very special guest here for the show today. The Kimberly Cloud Show, LLC, featuring Andrew Dewar. Perfect. That's going. Namiko. Y'all are so talented with the names y'all come up with. Okay, we got that brewing. We got a commercial that's about to play in a minute. How did the download go with Mr. Will Roberts? Okay, it's completed. Now I'm gonna go here, back to Final Cut, and open his up. And it plays. Yes. By Georgie, I think we got it. Okay. I gotta get comfortable. Been eating all day. We gotta split you up, Will Roberts. YouTube, were you late, YouTube? Oh, Suki, you invited some fans to the broadcast. 1,647. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Bring them on. Bring them on. Follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show, 39 on Facebook. Okay, come on. While that's going, oh, God. Okay, it's done. It was successful. Now go to these WeTransfer. Can you see WeTransfer, y'all? We're going to email Andrew. First, we're going to email the producers. Where is it at? Is this it? Perfect. We're going to email the producers. Renee in the house. I say Renee in the house. Ooh, ah, ooh, watch your mouth. I got to say it in a PG-13 sense. Samantha. Sammy. And Mr. Longpaw. Mr. Smith. Thank you. And then we're going to get Andrew's email address. Um, let's see. Andrew, where is he at? Ah, Drew, where you at, Mr. Dewar? Okay, go here. Now I got all the three producers plus that. Let's do program just in case. And who else? Thank you, guys. Here you go. Now we go here. We transfer. We go to DCTV. Oh crap! Before I do his, I gotta download another. I gotta delete what I got and download another. Come on. There we go. Download HVEC or whatever. Ah! The Kimberly Cloud Show LLC featuring and Drew Dewar. Copy and paste, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Okay. I want to replace it. Yes. I'm glad that did that. So happy. And it's going to pop up when it's ready. But until then, we're going to go to Manhattan. We're going to upload the media. Upload your media here. Okay. Okie doke. Wait, that's the wrong. I'm in the wrong. Wait, is this it? No, that's not it. Uh, home. Upload media. Upload your media. Oh, they changed it. Wait, they didn't change it. The Kimberly Cloud Show LLC featuring Andrew. Oh, I hate when that happens. Featuring Andrew Dewar. Don't look at your phone. The 253-304-6990. Project type, series, episode time. The This show talks about Andrew building blocks during a time, a rough time, a rough time in his life. He found a spiritual presence while engaging in newer chakra healing techniques called theta healing. Ah, crap. Let me hurry up before it do. Does your show fit within its educational? I want it global. Choose file. Where you at, bro? Come on. And that's downloading right now. Where's WeTransfer? Oh, it already downloaded? You're done. Get her done. DCTV is the hardest one. Okay. Non DC resident. We're going to do April for DC. Membership type. Individual program title. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Andrew Dewar. Episode name. Copy and paste. That's the episode name. It's done, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Okay. Kimberly Cloud Show LLC. Program title length. Let's see. It is. Wow. I don't even know if they're going to take it. I don't care. I want to. Some people will take it, some people won't. I know SBTV will take it. 37, 15, 18. 37, 15. All of it was worth it. This show is about the spiritual healing journey that Andrew Dewar encountered while being raised in an abusive situation. His strength on his journey shows resilience and dedication to becoming more spiritual and determined. What? Street light? No, strength. Is it now how you spell it now? There we go. Produce elsewhere, not at DCTV. Adult content? No. Has the show previous aired on DC? No. Full name. Kimberly Cloud. Date. It's at the end of the month, man. This stuff will play in April. Now we're going to download this real quick. Quick and painless. Is this the... Okay, this is the MP4. Upload. Okay. I'm going to cut his up. This is... I've never done this before. That's another reason why I didn't do it right away. But I have to cut his up in two parts and send it 2 times. So that's double trouble. So we got his stuff, Mr. Will Roberts. And now we're going to go back to the beginning. Oh, I wish I could play music. I'll be going, oh my God. I think I can play like spiritual music, but I don't want to get booed off. They will boot you off for music. No music. You know, when I was first got here, I was like, why is it that they have everything under sound? Everything is called sound. And there's absolutely no sound. Sound Pudget. You make a sound and it's like, wow. Oh, I forgot to put it on Facebook. Speedballing. Hold on, Will. First, we're going to put this on Facebook. I always put it on Facebook. That way I have something to refer to. Thank you, Andrew Dewar. Not Dearwar, Dewar. Post. Okay, that's going. I got the M3 chip. Oh, I'm so glad. I'll be looking at my other computer. I'm not talking about you, baby. I love computers. Computers are my life. But I'll be looking at my other baby. I call her baby 2. And like they be going slow, but it's thinking and it's not enough power. But I got my M3 chip in this. I thoroughly looked at all the MacBooks that were affordable. And I got the one with the M3 chip. So it goes pretty fast for everything that I've done so far. The other one just be thinking too hard. I'll be like, come on, baby, we can do this together. Come on. And then it just click. It just be like, and I'll be like, yay. So we got Will Roberts. We're going to split it up. What's half of 57 minutes? I'm not going to put the minutes yet. That's the thing. After the 25 is 50. So I'm going to condense it. So I got to watch the whole thing. So join me while it's like an MP3 player. You're going to hear it, but you can't see it because I can't connect you to it. My other one I could back in the day, but this one I can't. Will Roberts, actor. Will Big Willie. No, let me stop. I like nicknaming people. Okay. No, not real. I don't want nothing messing up. I may mess up when I get on here, but I don't want nothing messing up. Will Roberts. Here we go. I have to do it again. Oh, hold on. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. I have to do something real quick. Give me a second. I was getting comfortable because this is going, like I said, it's going to be a 3-hour segment. Give me a second. I have to take off this one. Ugh. Now, where is it? Where is it at? My computer is gone dead. There we go. Oh, I'm leaving you behind. No man is left behind. Hold on. Okay. Can y'all see me? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Mayday, mayday. Okay. Whew. Scroll that down. Okay. Put some air. Where's my cup? Behind the screen. Okay. Air, not heat. Air. We need air. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Put this one here. Yes, I'm gonna bring you in, but I'm live now. But what I'm gonna do is when KCAA say live, I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna go and say welcome to the okay, 30 seconds.
It's not live?
It's live now, right now on my platform, but I have less than 30 seconds till it's live on the radio. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. You're speedy. Speedy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly program. Hi. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I don't have many special, talented, famous people that run across my show, but I'm glad that he's here today. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
Okay, so I'm on live. All right. Hey, I'm in actually Los Angeles area, and I'm a professional actor, and I am currently, we just won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. I'm in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. I play the role of General George C. Marshall. So if you saw the film, and apparently a lot of people did, in the middle of the film, there's what I call the war room scene where we decide whether or not we're going to drop the A-bomb. Spoiler alert, we did. And I'm in the room with Matt Damon across from me, Cillian Murphy, who got Best Actor, Josh Hartnett, Matthew Modine, myself, James Remar, in a big room. It's probably about a 7-minute scene talking about where we're going to drop the bomb, and I play the 5-star General George C. Marshall, who, by the way, is the person who created what's called the Marshall Plan. If you know your history, if you don't, I hope you're Googling right now. General Marshall was a very famous 5-star general. In essence, after World War II, he wound up creating the Marshall Plan, which was the plan to help Europe sort of get back on his feet, because obviously because of Hitler and because of all the different war going on in World War II, was kind of a mess. And America helped them get back on their feet.
How did it feel working with all that energy, those different high priority actors?
So the interesting thing is that I've been doing this for 4 decades. I'm, been doing this for like 40 years. And the only thing I'll say about this is that, and I've said this multiple times, is it's about time I'm in that room. Because, I'm in, probably, if you are watching the film or you've watched the film, it's probably the biggest star-studded scene with that many actors. Like most of those guys in there are, A-listers. And Cillian, who won Best Actor for that film, for Oppenheimer, it's interesting because, again, I've been doing this a long time. And it's funny because when I got done with the film and I was done shooting, which only took a day to shoot that scene, it was like 11 and a half hours. I've had many friends of mine who are also veteran actors saying, hey, did you take a picture with Christopher Nolan? Or did you get a picture with Matt Damon or Cillian Murphy or Josh Hartnett? And I said, no. They said, why not? I said, because it's my job. And when you go in there, it's kind of like right now, the visual that you see, you and I, Kimberly, we're just right here. You see how we're level? The thing is that if you go into and shoot this thing and you're going in as a character and you're treating them like this, you see how I've lowered myself, and you're speaking up to them because you're going, oh my God, I'm working with these people, then it minimizes your performance.
Yes.
It doesn't allow you. And quite honestly, in that room of the characters in history, I'm playing the 5-star general. I don't really think anybody, I'm trying to impress anybody, because they're trying. We had it in this order. We had the scientists, we had the military, including me, and the politicians. The scientists and the politicians are trying to convince us military, especially me being the 5-star general, to really decide to drop the A-bomb. And with that being said, I spent 3 months training and educating myself on Marshall, the actual general, by working with a young lady in the Marshall Foundation in Virginia that educated me on what he was like, who he was. I watched video, I listened to audio, I read every book I could about George Marshall. And the reason I did that is I needed to understand that scenario really in history this is not fake, it wasn't made up. Robert C. Oppenheimer did exist. And that moment in time did exist where they had to convince the military, instead of sending troops in, which is what General Marshall would do, is boots on the ground. They had to convince us to the reasons why we should drop the A-bomb on, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And fact is that I, as the general, would rather bring troops in, but we had lost so many people at that time. And if we went back in, we'd lose more. And America had been dealing with Pearl Harbor and the South Pacific, and they were done with war. And so that decision to really drop that bomb, and really knowing the magnitude of what that bomb would do, was extremely important to the scene. So I had to play that and understand how that person, the general, would think in dealing with all the other people in that room.
Tell me about the personalized history of General Marshall. What is his character? Who is he?
Well, General Marshall, General George C. Marshall, the MarshallFoundation.org. I went recently in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I went to Virginia to a place called VMI, which was basically the Virginia Military Institute. And it's where they train people. And he actually was there and went to school at this. It's like a West Point. And the interesting thing is that, in reading about his life and watching videos and the stories, he was a very selfless man, meaning that, you know who MacArthur is, you know who Nixon is, you know who JFK is, because people have, they have either had good marketing people or they have written biographies. George Marshall, you don't know who he is unless you really know the history of World War II and the Marshall Plan, because at the time when Marshall did this, he just said, it's not about me. It's about the fact that we are in a war, and he was basically in World War I and World War II. And he basically created his life to service other people, which is not exactly something that you kind of hear all the time, like, MacArthur or any of the other generals. They were just like, they were very, Roosevelt, they were boasty, and they wanted everybody to know who they were, and they had biographies written about them. He didn't even want a biography written about himself when he was alive. The point is that this man dedicated himself to a military history or a career, and ultimately did some monumental things that to this day he's credited for, but he didn't want to have banners and be recognized. He got he got awards for doing what he did. He was just an amazing man, but a lot of it was driven just by being a service to the country as opposed to, getting all the accolades. He didn't really care.
Thank you, and well said. I also wanted to know, tell me about, for those who haven't seen the movie Oppenheimer, what is about. We had snippets of what you said, World War II and everything, but tell me about what did Christopher Nolan's vision, what was his vision when he created
So, first of all, getting the audition and then booking the role is an interesting story in itself, because technically I didn't know what the film was. I didn't even know Christopher Nolan was the director. Because this one was so high level, so guarded, that when we got the auditions, they were not scenes that I don't even think were in the film. And they were called what we call in the industry fake scripts, which is they just had us reading these scripts and we were doing the audition. And because of COVID, we had done a lot of, we now do what we call self-taping, which is we're in our room. I'll say, hey, I'm Will Roberts. I'm 5'11". I'm in Los Angeles, reading for the role of George Marshall. And so I didn't know that, because it didn't say that. It actually said Gadget on this thing, which, by the way, for history people out there, Gadget was the name of the very first atomic bomb. And so when I got this, I'm thinking, Inspector Gadget? What is this? I know that the casting director, however, John Papsadera, was on this as an audition, for the audition. And I knew when it came from John, because John is Yellowstone, 1883, Westworld. John has, in my opinion, is the casting god. And so when I saw that coming from my agent to me, and I'm like, oh, this is John's thing, so it must be something big. And in our world of acting, when you do a project like I've worked for Netflix, I've worked for Amazon, I've done a lot of stuff. I mean, I've got like 60 credits to my name. But when you see something like this, it's what we call a studio film. And the studio film is usually a blockbuster, and an epic blockbuster. So the vision of what Christopher Nolan, I would say, is based upon Robert C. Oppenheimer. And if you haven't seen the film, I'm pretty sure you probably saw Barbie, because there's a lot of people that either saw Barbie or they saw Oppenheimer. And just so you know, Oppenheimer has clocked on Peacock alone over 850 million minutes. So that transfers, as I did the math, to over 4.5 million people watching that film. It's like the highest, on Peacock, but then it's also on Netflix. It's also it just came out streaming wise, probably a few months ago. And DVD, there's a great little DVD behind the stories, but it was a story about Robert Oppenheimer and how he is beginning and how he was sort of like obsessed with with physics and understanding how molecules and how everything is actually just energy, and it puts it together. And then at the time, he was brought into the equation with the government because they knew that Russia or other countries were working on potentially an a bomb or a hydrogen bomb. And so the whole story is.
Speaking of that, don't you know Putin became president again? He is so funny, y'all. RIP to the children. All jokes aside, I don't know what's going on. I'm not over there, so I can't say what's going on. Sometimes I don't know what to say. RIP to the children, the women that are being affected from the Ukraine-Russia war. That's all I'm going to say.
Is really from Robert Oppenheimer's beginning roots of being in school and being just obsessed with creating this splitting of atoms. And so it goes through the whole history of him until finally to the point where they brought the experiment and the crew to the middle of the desert, which was Los Alamos in New Mexico, and they started making this and doing this, and then finally they did a test of the very first atomic bomb, a test, not the real thing, and then they realized it worked, and then from there there's the dropping of the bomb, and then it goes through the ending sort of to his end of his life, and where he was then sort of shuttled out of the limelight because he created this. And the president at the time, Truman, said, "You've done a great service." And he said, "Well, I'm paraphrasing. I feel as though I've done something, and I've basically flipped the switch on something that's changed our world." And he did, because to this day, we now have nuclear threat. And so he was the first person that brought it into play. But in war, love and war, it's not about who's at the end, it's who starts it and who's able to create it. Because we knew in America that, and the president knew, and that's why they spent billions of dollars to develop the A-bomb, because it's not about who has it, it's who has it first. So that's really the whole background. And then there's some other stuff, like Robert Downey Jr. plays one of the senators that is really trying to position himself politics. And so it's quite a riveting script. It is long, but the thing is that I've seen it like 6 or 7 times, just because, go around places and you see it if you're doing interviews and so on. But it's quite a film. And really, from the standpoint, one of the most important things I could say about the film is that because we have won 7 awards, Academy Awards, plus I think there might even be a world record here that we won. That I have this that came in the mail today. You get to be the first person to see it. This is the Screen Actors Guild Award for the Best Ensemble Acting. And there's my name on there. So we got the award for Best Ensemble. This is a really important point about this film, and something to understand about Academy Awards and just in general about awards. And that is that when you're in a project like this, because I've done a lot of work, and the thing is that sometimes you get it and you go, "Oh God, I hope this never comes out." Oh my God, if anybody sees this film. Now, we all work as actors to try to do the best we can, and I'm usually pretty satisfied with what I've done, and we know that if it's good enough, we can take the clip and put it on what we call our demo reel. But when you do a project like this, you have to understand when Oppenheimer was cast and it came out, there was a comedian, I forgot her name, Sarah someone, she had made a comment saying, wow, the cast list for Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, came out, and if you're not one of the middle-aged white guys in this film, you probably don't have a career, because it's about World War II. I mean, so all that time period,
that's how I feel right now.
How all the politicians and the generals and everybody, were dealing with World War II. But when this cast list came out, there were people like Rami Malek and other people in this film that I know of that had one line, because they said to Christopher Nolan, which if I had a chance to, I would have too. I mean, I saw him on set and everything, but they said, I don't care if I say the word "but" or I say one line. To be in this film was monumental. And many of the actors that, when I went to the Academy Awards event on Saturday, we're all standing around, and I looked at them and I started looking, and I realized that they had like one line in a scene that went through and another line that went through. And so I feel very lucky, because I was in a scene that took 6 minutes and I had like 4 or 5 lines that, quite honestly, one of my first lines, like if you watch the trailer of Oppenheimer, right there in the middle, you'll see me saying World War II would be over, our boys would come home. Pivotal line, because in the middle of the film, where we are, and I knew when I read the script, which, by the way, the script was like this big, like a Gideon Bible. I knew when I looked at my lines, there were a few of them, and I went, wow, this is like amazing, pivotal. Because if I didn't say that, and I didn't, as the 5-star general, approve of that, you wouldn't have had a film, and you wouldn't have had a dropping of an A-bomb, maybe, because it is crucial. That moment in the middle is crucial to be able to know whether or not they're going to be able to continue to fund the A-bomb and where they're going to drop it. So again, I'm very honored, because you know, when you think about it as an actor, the only thing you really want is to be in something like this and have the director be someone like Christopher Nolan, who's done Batman, Tenet, all the other things he's done, and I'm sure will do many more great things. But to be in that,
Batman was the bleep. Like the one, I think he did the one where you spray somebody and then you make them go crazy. At first it scared me, but when I watched it over and over again while I was locked up and stuff, I was like, well done, man. Just what if they gave you ingredients and put it through the pipeline to make you go crazy? You know, like what if that really happened?
that film and be sitting around all these other amazing actors is quite a neat little achievement.
Wasn't there a Oppenheimer in the 1980s? Oppenheimer. Yeah, wasn't there an Oppenheimer created in the 80s first?
Well, I don't know. You mean like a film or a
yes, a film. I read about it.
If it was, then it would have been. There is a documentary that's come out, but most likely that would be the only thing. I don't think there's any other films.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get to these questions of mine. I have 16 questions for you. I appreciate you telling us about Oppenheimer. Let's talk about, tell me the positive years of your movie career.
The positive years?
Yeah, the positive, whether negative, positive, like mostly positive. I want to keep it light.
Yeah, well, I would say now,
yes,
because I'm in the biggest film of 2024, and you know we won 7 Academy Awards, so everything goes up from here. But I will tell you that, you know, it's interesting. Here's why that question is interesting. I've spent 40 years in this industry. I was in musical theater for about 35 years because I dance, sing, act. Originally wanted to go to Broadway. I worked for Cirque du Soleil for 4 years on the Las Vegas Strip because I have 2 Guinness World Records. I'm one of the top trick roping, gun spinning, and whip artists.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So early in my life, I decided that I wanted to learn as many skills as I can, mainly because I didn't want to become a waiter, because I'm really bad at being a waiter. Like people go, oh my gosh, Will, he's so entertaining, but our food is cold. So, you know, and then before all that, I'm a professional magician. So I actually own the oldest magic shop in California, zucchinismagicshop.com. And the bottom line is that, so I've been doing all this stuff from clowning to balloon art to magic to I'm a weapons expert, stunts. I do all this stuff, but I will say in answer to your question is that in many cases, performers, I'm sure that you in your own right with the show you're doing, you know, you go like this, you have good times, you have not such good times. You know, I can tell you that from the beginning, I worked for Fox Kids, and I was very excited about. Well, I got my SAG card in '85, and when I got that with my Screen Actors Guild card, and then that was a highlight. And then I went through some things, and I got the job for Fox Kids, so I was on the air with Fox Kids doing 5 days a week. That's when Fox cared about kids. Anyway, and then from there, I went into. I moved and started my cowboy company. And I traveled around the world.
Tell me about
107 shows around the world a year for about 10 years. Yeah, doing cowboy stuff. And I own the Mechanical Bull Association, so I was one of the top mechanical bull riders.
Y'all gonna flip out when y'all hear that to my newbies. And after he talk about Beyonce, I'm gonna cut it off and then do part 2.
Riders and trainers. I trained Beyonce. If you watch Sugar Mama.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
I was working the bull and I trained her. Interesting story about that is that when I trained her, it was funny because we made the bull look silver and it was, you know, she was riding it. And I said, hey, here's what I want you to do. You're going to grab underneath. You're going to hold off like this and you're going to do it. And I have to tell you, she was like moving around it and doing different stuff. She had really good balance.
It was so funny. Listen to this stuff.
But the funniest part was I'm working it. And I go, hey, I'm going to dump you on this line. And she goes, oh, that's great. And when I dumped her, there was 40 people I was like, damn, girl. I mean, she had 40 people go. I don't even think she hit the ground. I don't even think she hit the ground. She's like, they're like
caught her.
And I up, they go, oh, no. I go, and she goes, let him through. He's training me. And so I'm like, you good? I go, next time, blah, blah, blah. And she did it. She did a great job. I've trained a lot of people on mechanical bulls, on roping, a lot of TV stuff, how to gun handle, all the different skills that I do. And again, I work for Cirque du Soleil. But the point is, I've had lots of really great things in my life. And so my point in bringing that up, because you ask about high, you're going to get the low. But the thing that I've always been very clear about is that it's seeding. So in our industry or in life, what happens is that a lot of times we throw seeds out in the soil, we water it, we walk away, and, we hope it grows. A lot of times people are impatient and they throw them in there, and then the next day they go, what the hell? Why isn't it grown? Well, because it's been a day. And you have to go out there every day and you have to go, I love you, seeds. You're awesome. And then you have to build upon that by maybe fertilizing or doing things. My point is, in this career or any business or entrepreneur or what you want to do with your life, you need to seed and understand that it's not always going to happen the next day. But if you keep doing it, and you keep doing the right stuff, and you don't let it get to you, you don't let that critical voice go, you're a piece of garbage, you're bad, you never will do it. Because I can't tell you how many people have said to me in my life, including family members, say, you're never going to make it. Why are you doing this? And I realized something really important. The people who can't are the ones telling you you can't. So my point is, you have to keep seeding. You lay it down, you do it, you cultivate it, you cherish it, you love it, because you have to think about what you do. And it's like being in love. Like, I absolutely adore my wife. She's amazing. My kids, 10 and 13, love them, just love them. But the point is that you have to know that you have to cultivate and give back. And you can't always get it every day, but you can't let it beat you down, because when it beats you down, you lose. And in this industry, it's so easy, because think about it. I go and I audition. I have 3.
Hold on.
Yeah. But it's easier that beats you down, you lose.
Perfect. We're going to end right there. I'm going to do part 1. This is part 1. Okay. Where's the title? Ah! Ah! Come on. Perfect. That's another one. We're going to do this right here. Perfect. Rewind. Okay, perfect. Part 1. Time. Will Rock, actor. 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 No. Where's the part 1 at? Why is it doing that? right there. Boom. Delete that part. Go back. Part. Not JJ. Come on. Give it to me. 1. So part 1 of 2. Period. So we're gonna start from the beginning. Fast forward it. We're gonna delete you. No need to keep writing. No. Why? Okay. Now we're gonna up this right about there. There. Hi everyone. Welcome to the. Okay. Perfect. So now I'm gonna do.
Love, just love. Really adore my wife.
Put this on Facebook. I'll be all day with the ending credits with Mr. Will Roberts. How you delete me? I hate doing ending credits. I wish it was like, I'm gonna have to go to school again to see about the leveling up with my skills. Or light bulb, bang, I can just watch YouTube videos. Actor. I'm not going to just put famous actor. I'm going to put award winning actor. That's all I can do, because the ending credits be acting funky sometimes. Oh, put the end of part 1. Okay.
You can't always get everything.
Ah, B will end part 1. Will Roberts. No, not lowercase, uppercase. Okay, let's try it again.
But the point is that you can't always get it every day, but you can't let it beat you down, because when it beats you down, you lose.
Perfect. I did it at the right moment. End of part 1, Will Roberts. Perfect. Cut that out a little bit. Okay, let's do it. The Kimberly Cloud Show LLC featuring Will Roberts. Copy. Okay, while that's going, go back, return the Kimberly Cloud Show featuring actor Will Roberts. The 304. Actor Will Roberts. This is a powerful video about famous actor Will Roberts' defeat and transformation with hard work and determination to hit the big leagues. He has worked with A-list celebrities for, not celebrities for all his four decades. Okay, it's done. Now I gotta do it again. What is it? Education, global. Oh, I messed up. I'm going too fast. I gotta go back to the beginning. That's all I need to change is the time. I gotta delete it though. Delete these two. So mad. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Come on. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Will Roberts. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Will Roberts. Save. And we're gonna go back here and delete these. I'm done with them. So it can clear out my thingy. Okay. And wait for it. And while that's going, go on Facebook. Okay, it's not, oh, we transfer. Although we stay to see forever, it's so hard to say goodbye. See, clap with me, y'all. To yesterday. I love that guy. He'd be like, oh, you can see it now with the heart in your turn. Girlie, so I just break down and cry. Pain in my head, no, I'd rather be dead. Got that. That. Again, upload DCTV. Oh, okay. Now we gotta wait for DC. Facebook is going. We transfer. I gotta email Will, Mr. Will. Oh, yeah. I said Mr. Will. I didn't say Mr. Roberts Will. Okay, so and then I got to get back on here and do one more segment of his show. Okay, so first things first, Will Roberts, find his email address. I hate when I mess up. I know it's in here. Here it is right here. No, that's not it. Compose. Will. Here we go. Boom. Long Park. Renee. Program. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Samantha. And now I'm going to put part one of the film, the video. Uh-oh, we had FedEx. Now we got Amazon. It's about to go down. Part one of the video podcast. Thank you. Okay, got that going. What about Facebook? What about Manhattan? Okay, now let's go here. Go back, dashboard. Go back here, re-download it. This is what makes it hard because I gotta do this all over again. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Will Roberts. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Will Roberts. That's downloading. Now go back to DCTV. Once it pops up, send it to DCTV. Is there anybody else? I can't wait to watch to do Thurston Media here. They're a television station, but I can't afford it right now. Can't wait to do it. So let's see. Let's get filled out. Ow! April. Individual. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring actor Will Roberts, part one. Okay, go ahead and put all. No, just say it again, Cal. Put this down first. Oh man, I gotta put the description again. Oh crap. Did it do it? I gotta delete a lot of films. I'm keeping one of his segments, but I gotta delete a lot of them. Now, is it going? It says the disk is almost full, 70%. Okay. Please let me be able to. Let me delete the trash. That could keep it too. I don't want nothing to mess up. That's what I mean, people. I don't have a thumb drive or a drive. 254403. 254403. 03. This is a powerful segment about actor Will Roberts in Oppenheimer, and he also talked. Oh, it went through. Okay, thank you. Talk about his ups and downs and working hard for 4 decades to get to this brilliant point in his life. Period. Produced elsewhere. Adult content? No. No. Kimberly Cloud. Today's date is the 18th. Go ahead and share this video and then finish the rest of the video. I want to get back. Okay, we got movie, MP4. We're going to delete the movie and keep the MP4. What else is on here I can delete real quick? I got pictures. Sean Hopper, I am not deleting him, but I will delete one of these. I'll delete this one. NFL player. Okay, that's going. While that's going, let's finish the segment. WeTransfer is done. I sent it to the producers. Put up WeTransfer again for the next segment. What's this? Is done. DCTV, MNN. Okay, all of that is up. Okay, now delete this. We're going to start back. I was at 25. No. No. Here we go. I don't know what I just did. I forgot how to do it, but I did it accidentally. I forgot it's called sound bites, where it slowly goes down in transgression. Right? Ah! Right there. Part 2. Actor Will Roberts. you're trying to trick me. I don't want nothing else on here.
Always get it every day, but you can't let it beat you down, because when it beats you down, you lose. And in this industry, it's so easy, because think about it. I go and I audition. I have 3 auditions I'm shooting today. And the bottom line is that when I do them, they're done. I'm not going to get them. So what? I'm not going to get them. And when I do, I go, cool. But if you work your life and you go, oh God, I really need to, I got to make the money. Trust me, ain't nobody more desperate than actors, because we don't necessarily work all the time. In most cases, people don't work at all. And it's tough, but it's the people that continuously push through to be able to do what you're doing, seed it, cultivate it, love it, and you're going to have good times and you're going to have bad times. But I sit here now after 40 years and say, can I swear on this program?
We're on the radio. I'm sorry.
I say to the people that are watching this, you need to look at the people and tell you can't, and tell them that they can kiss your behind. Because the fact is that you're doing it and they're dreaming about it.
Thank you. And I saw that you were in Turner and Hoops. I have to know, how was it working with Tom Hanks? I seen that movie months ago for the first time.
Damn, girl, you're talking about 1980, bro.
Yes, I love it. I studied you.
Like, are you like 20 or something?
No, I'm 39.
Goodness. Well, that movie was out a whole long time ago, and I got lucky because I knew the casting director, but they liked me at the time, and I played the groom, and it was kind of fun because we were on set for like a week, and that dog, that slobbery dog, they had 3 dogs that were the same dog.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
One was specialized in a lot of extra slobber. It was gross because he would up on you, and I got jumped up on, and he slobbered all over my tuxedo. I mean, it was just gross. Point is that it was fun, and Tom Hanks was great. He, I mean, how can you say anything other? He's iconic. I don't think anybody in the industry stays in the industry that long and doesn't have a wonderful heart. I mean, Tom Hanks has always been funny. He's an amazing actor. He's had serious moments. He was a ball to work with. Absolutely. And the dogs, they were gross, but they were very nice. They were very, 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 very big.
Yes. How long did it take to create Oppenheimer, by the way?
Oppenheimer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the answer to that. I can say that, I think they shot for several months. They were in Los Alamos, which is New Mexico, for, probably a month or so. But I would say it probably took a couple of months to shoot it, which is really kind of interesting because it's changed a lot in our industry. It used to be that you would see, we would do a film and it could take months and months because it was different. Now everybody's run and gun with the cameras and the drones, and we shoot stuff. And a lot of these movies, like I've done a lot of the Lifetime and Hallmark things. Those things we shoot them in 2-3 weeks, in and out. You don't get a lot of takes. They go, all right, let's do your lines. Blah, blah, blah. It's not like it's Shakespeare. Point is that you just get in and out nowadays.
Tell me about working with another great Tim Allen in The Last Man Standing. Such a wonderful comedian.
He's funny. And I actually worked on that program. I was actually the mechanical bull trainer. We brought one of my bulls in, and we had to have it for the scene, which is the rodeo scene. And in the beginning, I come in the rodeo and I'm roping. I was supposed to do like a big loop, but pretty small little area. But, he's another one of those guys that's been doing it for 100 years. And, that's a great show. That was a great show. I remember seeing his, might have been a Camaro, like a 64 Camaro or something, but we were outside the lot and I was there for a week with a mechanical bull. And lo and behold, there was this big trailer, which he was there, but next to it, in front of it, he had, I think, might have been a gold brown 64 Camaro, and that's what he drove around in. But yeah, that had a really good cast in it as well.
Okay, and tell me about the Golden State Film Festival award you won.
Okay, there's 2 awards that I won for. I did a film back a few years ago, and I was in Brazil for 46 days. Pernambuco, which is basically, I always make the reference that Rio or São Paulo it's the beautiful part of people. It's, and where I was in Pernambuco is kind of the Amazon. It was the armpit of Brazil. It was thug. It was straight up like, whew. If you're in Pernambuco, I remember taking a big bus. We went from São Paulo to Pernambuco to film. I was in São Paulo for probably about 2 or so weeks, sort of like pre-production stuff. I was doing the weapons as well as I was the guy who played the Gringo, which, by the way, originally was supposed to be played by Danny Trejo. And the director me up, or his assistant, and said, "We want you to train our actors on the guns of the Wild West stuff." And I go, "Okay, cool." Well, then I said to him, if I coach people, you have to put me in the film. And he goes, and his assistant said, "Well, he thinks that you're being very bold in saying that." I said, "You need me more than I need you." And it's one of the reasons why I booked a lot of the films that I've done or TV shows, is because I am an expert at weapons, and I have been able to then say, look at my demo reel, and I'm an actor, so, cast me. And then lo and behold, as I was talking to the director and meeting with him in LA and showing him the guns and all the different stuff I do, he said, "Can you do me a favor and get this scene? I'm going to send it to you at your home, and then I want you to tape it." I go, "Okay." So I taped it, and then he got a hold of me the next day, and he goes, "I'm not casting Danny Trejo, so you don't have to show him how to do anything." I said, "Oh, why not?" He goes, "Because I want you to be the Gringo." And I go, "Oh, okay." I go, "How is it that Danny Trejo would have been the Gringo anyway?" And he said, "In Brazil, anybody who isn't from Brazil is considered a Gringo." I said, "Oh, okay. In America, it's just a white guy." But anyway, we wound up doing that film for 46 days. And I wound up becoming very good friends with the lead in the film that I chased around trying to kill, which is Diogo Morgado. And Diogo played Jesus in the series, a series that he's pretty well known for. And he said to me, he goes, "Will, I love to direct as well and create film." I go, "That's great." He goes, and at the time, he goes, "I think you need some more good material. So why don't we go out on our day off, 46 days, we didn't have a lot of them, and let's go shoot a film." We shot the film on an iPhone 5C or 5F.
Way.
And see, I'm very savvy. I shoot, I edit, I've got Blackmagic cameras, I shoot, I do all this stuff and produce things. I'm a live stream expert, all you wouldn't tell right now. But anyway, the point is that he said, "Let's shoot this." And we were over here, we rented a car out there, went out to the desert. We had on a tripod, he's holding it up and doing different shots. We produced a film called Signal. And Signal was about a subject that I feel very dear about, and that is iPhones and phones and the disconnection we have in our society, and the fact that we are all hooked on iPhonics, as I say, meaning that people don't talk to each other anymore. When you talk to people, a lot of times they'll be like this. They'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah. And you're like, why aren't you looking at me? Why aren't you talking to me? And the problem, and look, I got a 10 and a 13-year-old. And the problem is that we've become disconnected. So I said to him, I want to do this thing. And we decided that it was going to be called Signal, because I lose a signal. And the whole story, you can see it online if you look up Will Robertson Signal. It's 11 minutes long. And we submitted it to 20 or 30 different film festivals. One of them was an international film festival in Italy. And then another one was Golden State Film Festival, which is a very big film festival in Los Angeles. And we won 20 awards through all the ones around the world, but we won 2 Best Actor for my portrayal, because it's really kind of just me. And I'll let you in a little secret. Most of the scripting I made up, I just ad-libbed, because I know the subject. And it was a story, and it is a story about a man who is driving, and he's going up to the mountains, and what he's doing is he's going to end his life. And what happens is he gets up to the mountain, he's distraught, he's lost connection with people. He's doing a post saying, hey, everybody, just want you to know this will be my last post. And, I just can't do this anymore. I've become, I'm trying to become my posts and my likes and my shares. And I don't want to do this anymore. And you don't really quite know. But then he goes up to the mountain. There's a whole thing where I go up to the mountain. And we went up to this spectacular place that Diogo already had been up and scouted and was doing a little bit of training for the work he did in the film we did, which is called The Killer, or in Brazil it's called O Matador, which is basically The Killer in Portuguese. And I get up there and I get ready to do my thing, and I realize there's no cell service. So the whole idea is I can't do that, because I wanted it to be to people to connect and like me. So I couldn't end my life. I go back down the hill looking for a signal where I might be able to do this. Can't find it. I finally get back to my car. I'm giving you a spoiler alert. And at the end of it, it's just me. At the end of it, this guy comes up and he's walking up there. He's Brazilian, and we don't talk. He just kind of nods his head, and he walks over, or he climbs over a fence that's there with this mountain area, and a little kid comes running, and it's this kid, and they're sitting there, and the whole idea is they're just watching the sunset. And the whole moment there is that he holds him and they watch the sunset. And at that moment in time in the film, I realized that my priorities were off, and it really is not about this. It's about this and the connection that we are lacking now in our society.
Wow, well said. You deserve to win that award. Wow, so tell me about working with another great, Robert Englund, in True Terror.
Oh, well, I didn't work with him. I did an interesting story. I did that film with a very good friend of mine, Larry Poole. Robert Englund had a series. I don't know if it's still on, but I did the first episode of it, and it was called Cowboys and Dinosaur. Cowboys and either dinosaurs or whatever. Basically, what it was is that there was a Chronicle, a newspaper in Tombstone, Arizona, that did these stories back in the early 1900s. And one of them was about these 2 cowboys that were out on the trail, maybe rounding up cattle or something like that. And they wound up having an incident where they're basically talking, and they see this thing go over their head, and they're like, what is that? And they look, and it's a pterodactyl. Like, it's a prehistoric pterodactyl. And so they're like, what the hell? And they're shooting their guns at it. And then they're being chased. And, you know, bottom line, it's a story of that. But here's what actually happened. Little behind the scenes. So I'm doing this shoot with my friend Larry, who is another cowboy and actor. And we're on horseback and we're getting ready for the day. And the crew that was shooting from Discovery, the director, Luke, they've got cameras and we're at base camp and everything. We're in makeup and all of our stuff. And we say to the director and the crew, which is right here, we're going to ride up to first position to run our lines. The director goes, okay, sounds good. I give the horse a little command with my feet and it starts bucking.
Oh.
And it's bucking. Now, remember, I'm the guy who owns the mechanical bulls. So I'm like, I got this. And Larry's like, come on, ride it, Will, get her done. And what happened was that
get her done.
Was not
get her done.
Enough. And so what happened was underneath the belly of the horse is called a cinch. And what happens is that if you don't work the horse before the people get on and ride and do their scene, what happens is that when the horse does start doing things, it releases its rib cage. And so then it becomes loose. And so what happened was something irritated the horse. Could have been the scabbard, which is where we put the rifle, could have bothered him, got him to buck. Well, I'm bucking, and then out of nowhere, the saddle goes underneath, and I'm getting flipped around, and finally it throws me. I hit the ground, and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, can't catch my breath. I'm down, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, I said, I'll be fine. And my friend Larry's like, what do you need? I go, I'm in a lot of pain, but let's keep going, because something I realized very important. This was a 2-day shoot to do this. The first day was us doing these shots, establishing this. I had to crawl on the ground, and I'm in pain the whole time for 8 hours. We're shooting us, you know, watching up, and the pterodactyls trying to get us and so on and whatever. And I'm crawling, and then we're shooting at it, and I'm bleeding. And they're like, how are you doing? Well, every shot we did, the director's like, are you okay? I go, yeah, I'm fine. I was in excruciating pain. And consequently, after we got done shooting that day, because here's the thing, I knew as an actor, if I opted out in the very beginning, they would have just replaced me. Because what are they going to do? They got to replace the actor, and it would cost them money, and I wouldn't have been in the project. So I stuck it out for 8 hours. And my friend Larry's like, you truly are a cowboy. Like, well, I didn't want to lose the job and certainly lose being in it. I went to the hotel room that night, Larry, and then, you know, I said, I'll see you tomorrow morning. About 3 a.m, I couldn't sleep. I could barely breathe. And I'm sitting there doing a thing they call stack breathing, which is a little bit, because it hurts so much. So finally, I'm next door in LA to a medical center, like a huge hospital. And I go, forget this. I went into the hospital. I checked in. I go, I'm checking in. I had an accident, blah, 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 blah. 6 hours later, I go through tests and everything. The doctor comes in and he goes, well, you're actually lucky to be alive because you almost punctured your lung, but you bruised it and you broke 3 ribs. I'm like, he goes, what the hell did you do? Why did you spend 8 hours running and doing all this stuff you're doing? I go, because I wouldn't have been able to keep the job. He goes, well, you're lucky you didn't kill yourself. I go, just, bandage me up. I got 1 more day. He goes, how are you? He said, no. He said, you don't have 1 more day. I go, I got 1 more day to shoot. He goes, no, I'm telling you. He goes, if you leave, it's on your own accord. I'm not going to take any I'm not going to take any legal responsibility, but I'm telling you, if you leave, it's on your own accord. So I waited, and I'm like 5 hours later, I'm like, well, how about now? He goes, no, you got to stay here overnight. So I wound up calling up the producer and the director, and they said, don't worry about it. And they had to kill me off early in the first day. So they killed me off early. I wound up getting the doctors to let me go at 5 o'clock that night, hoping I'd be able to get back in there, but they went, you're done. We can't, the studio's like, no, we can't continue. No, he's done. But luckily I wound up in it. But Robert was just the narrator. So.
Cool. And tell me, how could young entrepreneurs get into the acting business like you? You have any pointers on that?
Oh yeah, I how much time do you have? So at one point, my daughter, who's 13, came up to me. She might have been 12, and she said, "Dad, I think I want to be an actor. What's your advice?" I said, "Don't." And I say that, but I also say that with all absolute seriousness. I talked about the seating. I talked about the things that you need to do, but let me tell you the reality. Acting is probably the most difficult and probably the worst career you could possibly do. But if you have to do it, then you have to do it. And I'm telling you, my advice to you, and I'll give you a lengthy answer here, but if you don't wake up every single day and say, I need to do this, then you should go with somewhere else. Because this is not something you're going to add water and powder and go, I'm an actor. It is difficult. It is tedious. There is really not a lot of, oh, you're awesome. Matter of fact, most of the time, think about it. I said it, got my script. I'm reading my script. I do the auditions. And just so you know, I live 2.5 hours from Los Angeles. Before COVID, I was going 4 to 5 times to Los Angeles. I lived 2.5 hours, 3.5 on the way back, depending on the traffic. 5 to 6 hours. And do you want to see how long and what I would do in an audition? Watch. Oh, hi, I'm Will Roberts. I go, hey, Will, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, you have your sides? Yeah, okay. Yeah, to be or not to be, that is the question. Oh, yeah, okay. Can I try it again? We're kind of in a hurry. Okay, thanks a lot. And then I drive home. So literally going into a room a lot of times, what I call dance monkey dance, which is I go in and I go, hey, everybody, I'm awesome. You want me? And then I leave the room and drive another 2.5 to 3.5 hours back. People go, damn, you're out of your mind. I go, it's not my hobby. It's my career. It's my passion. If that's the starting element. If you think this will be fun because you get to hang out with Will Smith on set or Robert Downey Jr., don't do it. If you think you're doing it because you're going to become the next big star, okay. But know that that's probably going to take you minimum of 10 years to even get yourself and your feet wet. It takes, and here's the biggie, and I don't mean this to be negative to the point where people are going and running from all directions to get away from what I'm telling them, but realistically, it's like any other business, only the parts you have to understand is that the word show business has the word business in it. And one of the biggest common mistakes that people have in this business is that they're just going to show up someday and they're going to go, damn, you're good looking, or you're funny. And people are going to go, come on, here, let me give you $2 million. That's not the truth. You have to love what you do. And I tell people all the time, I love the game. I actually love the game, which means I sit every single day. I spend so much time. I sleep maybe 4 hours a day. And that 4 hours a day I sleep is for me, is the most creative time for me. Because I'm thinking and trying to map out my next day. Trying to figure out where an audition would be. How can I get a hold of these people? But here's the problem with the industry. You can't call up directors. You can't email directors or casting directors and go, hey, I understand you're doing the new Marvel thing. How about it, huh? You know how many times I get direct messages from people now, especially because I have Academy Awards under my belt? How many people get a hold of me and they say, hey, Will, awesome. You're a great actor. Thanks. Appreciate that. So I want to be one too. Can you get me in a film? I'm thinking to myself, I don't know them. I don't know your work. Do you have any work? Do you have any training? My point is that show business is about the business more than it is about the show. because you can spend your entire life. Many people will spend their entire life doing exactly what I've done and never be able to say that they were in a blockbuster film or even worked in something that was monumental, because this industry is extremely brutal. So my advice is this: learn as much as you can about the industry. Engulf yourself in knowing how to self-tape, how to do your social. But don't, I used to do every day, do tons of posts and all my Instagram, my TikTok, all that stuff, because I got a lot of skills.
Yes.
I'm telling you, a lot of that, most of it is a waste of time. Unless you want to be an influencer, totally different thing. Not an actor, an influencer. That's great. You can make millions and billions of dollars doing that. Be a gamer, sell perfume, do makeup, whatever. But I'm telling you, from an acting standpoint, is get as much as you can experience. And I'll tell you, as being someone that didn't finish school and didn't have an education, because people always go, "Oh, where'd you go to school?" I go, "Well, Hard Knocks, School of Hard Knocks." I'm from the South Side of Chicago. And you know what? I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. I didn't, a lot of funky stuff, and I didn't do well in school. But I'm one of those lucky people, or unlucky, that knew from day one that I should be where I'm at now and more. But if you don't have that, I mean this sincerely, you really have to want this, because it is very difficult to do, because you're constantly hearing no.
I went to 3 acting sessions with in 3 separate cities, and that's what they told me. I went to 2 online ones and 1 in person one, and they told me to do a catwalk. I was a little heavy set around that time, and I so many people was there. It was so crazy.
Oh, no. That's it. So if you don't have a mental aptitude for that part alone, it's going to be a very difficult ride. But if you say to people, you go over there with your nose, I'm over here with the yes, then damn it, do it. And I'll support you in any way I can. And absolutely. We have a question, my Instagram, Will Roberts Official. Ask me a question. I love answering questions in this industry. But learn everything you can. Learn more than the rest. Do what you can.
I have one thing to actually say. What websites can you go on to start crafting your art to become an actor? Do they have good websites out there?
Well, they do, but you also have to be very careful, because this industry is filled with scam. Filled. If couple things, and write this down, everybody. Or type it down. If an agent says, "I'd love to represent you. I want you to get photos from my person," that's a sign of that's bad. "And you're going to have to pay me." Run. Don't walk. Run. Because that's a scam. Because agents do not exist to take your money. They do when they book you. And if they want you to pay money, now I understand you might be in a small market, and I get it. But my point is that if someone says they want you to pay for them to take your career over or manage you or be your agent, it's a scam. And I relish the fact that someone may contact me and say, "That's not fair, it's not true." In my experience, I'm telling you that in most cases, people who ask for money to help you get your career going are usually people who are just trying to make money off of you being really excited about being in this industry. Because here's the thing you should know about this industry is, you want to be a doctor, you got to go to this much school, you got to do this much residency, you got to do this. You want to be a nurse, you want to be a stockbroker, you want to be a real estate person, you have to do this. Do you know what you have to do to be an actor? Not a damn thing. Nothing. You don't have to do one class to become a professional actor, because acting is about being. And the minute you are going, "I'm acting to be or not to be,"
To be or not to be.
My point
To
is,
be Will
you don't
Roberts
have
or
to
not
have
to
anything.
be.
You want to be a voiceover artist? Go get a microphone and a laptop and go in your bedroom or in your closet. It's nice and dead because of all the clothes. Get on to voices.com and start trying to do voiceovers. How do you be an actor? Can you go on? There's backstage.com. There's actorsaccess.com. All these places are going to cost you a lot of money. They're going to cost you $20 a month. And here's the problem. Here's the pitfall. And you can reach out to me. I coach or someone else I know coaches. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of what we call momagers, which is mom managers. And they want their kids to be the next diaper, commercial person or whatever and make tons of money.
I have to cut you off. How can the people, we're running out of time. How can the people find you, Mr. Roberts? Thank you.
Oh, call me Will. You can't call me Mr. Roberts.
Yes, Will.
You can go to my website, which is actorwillroberts.com, or just find me on Instagram, which is Will Roberts Official. Will Roberts Official. Just follow me on that. If you have any questions, send me a direct message. In most cases, I'll answer back, unless you're rude or you're asking me questions which are weird. Because I get a lot of those. But I'd love to answer the questions just because. I do love doing this, but I also love educating people so they don't have to spend 10 years trying to get to the learning curve, because this is a very difficult industry. But if you want to do it, you got to do it right.
I don't want to waste no more of your time. Stay on the line for just 1 minute. Thank you guys so much for watching this show. Mr. Will Roberts, y'all. Give him a round of applause that he showed up.
Wait. You can't applaud that I showed up.
that you done a lot for the acting industry. Yes.
So glad you're like this the whole time going.
Yes, I was.
She's like, are you sure you're going to be there? Are you sure? I still am.
Hold on for a second. Thank you, guys.
You're awesome. You do a great job.
Thank you.
Are you sure? I still am.
Hold on for a second. Thank you, guys.
You're awesome. You do a great job.
Thank you. Perfect. No, it's going to take me 2 days before I edit another video. Hold up. Let me make sure before I waste the time. And I am wasting time. 320703. I gotta stop the film. Hold up. Okay, perfect. Now we're perfect. Now we're gonna do it. I didn't mean to do that. Don't rush Don't rush it, don't rush it, don't rush it, don't rush it. Okay. Okay. Is it going? Well, let me see some. There we go. The white bubble. Now we're going to go back. We're going to dance to one song and one song only. Black Eyed Peas, Lady Hum. What you going to do with all that junk inside that trunk? I'm going to get you drunk, I'm a lady, huh? Uh-huh. Where is it at? There we go. And all we need, I don't need this. I gotta get prepared for 2 o'clock with the other guy. I gotta promote him. DCTV. Go back here real quick. I'm gonna be ahead of the game. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Part 2. April. Membership type, individual. Program title, Kimberly, Cloud. Ah! So, LLC. There it is. And it's there. Featuring Will Roberts. The Kimberly Cloud. Ah! So, featuring Will Roberts. Part 2. Part 2. Length 20. What's the length? No, it's 320703. 0703. Produce elsewhere, not this. Okay. This show is about the comedian, actor. What else is he? Um, comedian and famous actor. Ah, Will Roberts. He gave a brief synopsis about his career in under 54 minutes. I appreciate him being on my show. Okay. Dark content, no. Had to show, no. Full name. Remember 90210? Do 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 do. Okay, go here. Go here. Before I do that, oh, why did I hit that button? Now I gotta do it over. Upload media. Upload media here. Upload media. Did I do? Wait, let me do this. Get this going. $32.07. It's this one. Ah! Series. actor Will Roberts. This is a powerful synopsis about actor Will Roberts' partial movie career. Education, global, choose files, begin upload. Now, close this, go to Facebook again. Did I put his first film on Facebook? Let me see if it's done. Part 2 of Will Roberts. Robert film podcast. I enjoyed having him tell his powerful story on my show. Thanks. I sent it to the producers as promised. That's all I said. Okie doke. And now we gotta re-download, keep his film, for promotion purposes. Okay, that's going. That's going. This, I need to re-download, pull up, last thing. Download a different type of file. Okay. Man, I got all. Ooh, it's too cold. I got 40 minutes. Have y'all been getting a lot of stuff ever since what is it? The elections. I damaged elections names. They be like, you need to look at this. It's important. JeffDunham.com. Key Largo. Who is this? Trying to find my way back to you, baby. Let's check again while I'm checking my emails. Here we go. It's almost there. Almost done. Almost done. Oh my God. Woo! Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Johnny. Crazy as crap. I love doing that. I'm a good crazy. I like to keep the people laughing. I remember in Living Color, I have like different images come in my mind. It was a Caucasian woman that was, I forgot her name, very famous to me. She will always be embedded in my mind. But the segment of the show goes like, she's like, Johnny, Johnny. It's so funny, man. Oh my God. Jim Carrey and her was just hilarious, and the rest of the crew, they were all hilarious. But I stand out them two because like they were like the only. It was very diverse, but they were like the only two white people there. And just like today for Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live was out while that was out. Saturday Night Live was out in the 70s. So you had Eddie Murphy and everybody, all of the greats. And one topic I love about Saturday Night Live is when they live from such and such. This is Saturday Night Live. I don't know when they're going to do it. Like they be in a segment in the groove of things, and then they be like, I'm just going to start saying that crap. I'm just going to be like, live from unknown location. This is Kimberly Cloud. I love Saturday Night Live. I love Saturday. And then Megan Thee Stallion, when she first was on there, Swati was on there. When Megan Thee Stallion was on there, they was like the bottom of your face, the bottom of your face. It was so funny, man. Oh my God. There we go. We got it. We got it. Ah! I'm happy. Is this the movie or the MP4? Is it movie or MP4? Oh, I forgot. That's why I delete them. 2 MP4s in a movie. I think it should be movie. Who is that? Oh crap! I gotta get off of here. Hold on, Jolie. My phone almost dead. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, this is Mr. Lee with JL I reached out to you.
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What would you like to know?
Well, first off, I did send you over a couple questions in email. I just got off of an interview with my publisher, so just learning more about your podcast. My publisher had provided your information and said that, hey, you know what, Joe, I think it'd be a great idea you reach out to Miss Kimberly about her podcast and see about being on her podcast.
Yeah, when would you like to do it? I have a podcast at 2 p.m. with a rapper, a Christian rapper, I believe, but I will be able to do it sometime today if you can send your bio and pic.
Today is bad. I am a CEO girl dad, and I will be talking about that on the podcast as well, and then navigating custody battles. But today is one of those bad days. But what about tomorrow or Wednesday?
Oh, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, but Wednesday I can try to. Let me look. Hold on for a quick second.
Let me pop over my schedule too as well. I know tomorrow's a bit crazy. Normally Mondays is crazy. I operate in the government contracting section, so.
Oh
sector.
wow.
So it's hard managing 3 calendars: my personal life, my daughter's, and mine.
Wow, I congratulate you on that, sir.
It's not even a half of it. That's just about my schedules.
What time is good for you on Wednesday? Because I have a 3 o'clock.
Where are you located? Time zone wise?
I'm on Pacific time.
Okay, so that means I'm 3 hours ahead of you.
Eastern.
I'm Eastern time zone, or 3 or 2 hours ahead of you, one of the two. Yes, anytime. I'm available at 11 Eastern, which I think is about 9, or I'm available at 1 o'clock.
Let's do 1. Do me a favor. Send me your bio and pic to the Kimberly Cloud Show at yahoo.com. And then tell me in your email, just a complete sentence, I'll see you at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. I'll remember, but I just need that reminder because I get like almost 100 or 50 emails a day.
Okay. All right. Got it. What I will do too, I will give you a brief of my life on the sneak peek document. I will include that so you have a good snippet of what's going on in the book.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now, thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. I need to charge this. Ooh, I got 25 pearls on you now. Woo woo. What are pearls? How do you know what pearls do? Okay, enough of that. Let me show you the rest. We're going to finish strong. Okay, that's good. Boom. Shakalaka, shakalaka. I sent it to all the producers. I can't wait to get Thurston Community Media. We're going to wait till DCTV finish this. And I'm not doing no more shows for like 2 days. 2 days. I'm going to focus on my schoolwork. We're going to kind of like fluctuate. But I made a promise to Will Roberts. I made a promise to Andrew Dewar. And I mean it. When I say I'm going to do something, it may take me a while. I ain't perfect, but I do it. I don't leave nobody hanging. $59. Okay. While that's going, I checked all my emails. I don't have nothing binging on my MacBook. Whew, that was intense, man. That was intense right there. How many minutes I've been on StreamYard? I told you it was a 2-hour show. It's headed for 3 hours. I knew it would be 3 hours. Anyway, I got a segment coming up at 2 o'clock, and then I'm done for the day. I want to make sure this goes through because I'll be to close the computer and then it stopped the download or the upload or whatever you call it. Who thought the hip hop would take it this far? I don't know what else to say. Got this heater, man. It's hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. I had a nightmare yesterday. I'm just going to talk about random stuff until this downloads. It's at 80%, y'all. So that's like less than 3 minutes. So I had a nightmare. I don't know if it was a nightmare or not because I don't know. I lifted up my arm and then I went like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It was so weird. I don't know. It was very weird. Yeah. I don't like hotels no more. They too much noise, too much traffic, and who else is calling me? Hello?
Hello, is this Kimberly Cloud?
Yes.
This is Randy with the Seattle Stand Down. I'm calling about making a delivery of your Welcome Home Kit. I don't know if you know anything about that, but do you have a case manager at the YWCA?
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Yes, let's do it. How do I get started?
Okay. Well, it's already pretty well done. I'm just calling you now to make sure that we know where you're at so we can deliver it and find out when a good time would be to deliver it.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm about to get offline right now so I can give you my address. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's uploaded, y'all. Y'all take care. I'll be back on here at 2. Bye. Okay.